Here we are up on top of one of the mountains. You can see the pueblo over there. And I'm recording now because it's a little bit easier to walk than where we just were. We came up that way, came around, there's a bunch of rocks and a little fountain, spring, rather. It's on this horn. A lot of slipping and sliding. And what we're going to look at here is a place where the Incas had homes. And we can see the remnants of where they were. So let's go here and take a look. ¿Dónde están? Allá, ¿no ve? Hay uno. ¿Dónde? Ah, see. These look like just rocks, but they're placed here. I'll turn around and show you. So you can see that. There's actually form to it. And it's a circle, a house they made. There's a few others we're going to see. And we can see one right now. Not very special looking, but it's kind of cool. And there's a lot more up that way. Sube. And here's where the remnants of another one probably were. That one's a little bit more iffy. But what would happen is the Inca and the Guarani would fight. The Guarani were living in the jungle areas. What they do is the Inca would build up here and they would throw down rocks. So they had other rocks for protection. They'd throw down rocks at the Inca, or at the Guarani Indians. But the Guarani had bow and arrows, from what I understand. So they had that advantage, but they didn't have the numbers that the Inca did. There's some natives up there. And you can see it's been worn up here and stuff too. We'll go around to the other side and check that out as well. Okay, here we are at the top. See, now it's farmland. In different mountains here, you're going to find other ruins of Inca homes. Right up that way is the Inca drawings from my previous video. Let's continue on this way. Hay mucho más, ¿no? A ver. I believe there's a lot more over this way. And this is an easy path compared to where we just were. I'll show you. Right there we cut across. Through under the rock though. Windy up here. But you can see they said this is your church, but you can see the remnants here in circles of where the Inca had homes. Here's a cool one. They're standing in it. We can see the built up walls, and at one point they probably had tops and stuff. And see, when the Guarani would come up on whatever side, they could just chuck rocks down at them. It's pretty interesting. You find these, and these people here, not many of them really care or know about this stuff, which is odd to me because they interest me a lot. Where these Incas were and what they did. Just looking here. You can see some rocks here. Maybe it was their stockpile they chucked down at the... What's interesting also is these Inca would have a line. Yeah, the Inca would form a line and pass the rocks up to build or whatever, stockpile. Here's another remnants of something. But yeah, that's what they would do. You'll probably find a bunch more of these around this particular spot too, where they congregate. Here's one. Hay otro, mire. That one's kind of big. And then we have another one here. We just walked through. Here's another one. And then this one you can see. So it looked to me, I've been up on a lot of these mountains. The most I found are right here. It's not that high up. And on that one as well, there's a few. Even over there, there's a couple. But for the most part, I found most of them on this spot here. Aquí nomás. Oh, eso es el... Ah. Sí, ¿no? Ya, pero lejos, Por acá nomás, ¿no? Mire. Así, vamos ahí, en el río,
Sí, pero el sitio más bajar es blanco,
ya. Vamos pues. Ten cuidado. Might find a couple more. Might find a couple more of these Inca homes over on this point here. I don't know. Cueva, yeah. A little cave up there. No, Okay. This is a cool spot. It'd work as like a fortress, you know? You got steps coming up. If they try to come up here, which would be the easiest bet, or on the other side. They're kind of like funnel points. I mean, Guarani could have came up this way, but it'd be a lot harder. Especially with rocks being thrown at you. Okay. Let's go check out what he's talking about. Trying to block the wind with my body so it doesn't affect the video. Okay. Yeah? Alright, I'm gonna turn the camera off, go down there, and then we'll be back. Forgot I was videoing. We just came down the mountain there and into the woods that you saw. And we're in the forest now. They're getting water to drink. Probably not good, but it's what they do. I don't drink out of the river. I do drink out of the springs. I have drank out of the river, but only when I was so thirsty, and I'm not. ¿Dónde pues? Allá. No. Allá, ¿no ve? Sí. Ya. Vamos, chicos. Ya. Espera. Allá. Descansamos. En la sombra. Aquí nomás. Stop for a chocolate break. ¿Listo? Coming out to a field here. ¿Qué dice? We can see where we just were. Right up there. Anyway, that concludes our video. That's it's a little hike. You do it almost every week, something like this. But that one's a little bit more interesting because there's some Inca ruins to see. But thanks for watching.